Now, whether you're setting goals at the beginning of the year or throughout the year, the hardest part about it is setting goals that actually lead to execution. Would you agree? Let me know in the comments below if you've had issues with this in the past. Most people haven't been exposed to this type of goal setting method. That's why it's important to have a method that works and that actually leads to execution through reverse engineering the process. In this video, I'll go over why the SMART goal method is the best goal setting ideology and how you can use it for your success. As you can see, we're going to access my notepad here. I have a few things written down. This is just my SMART goal kind of blueprint, if you will. As you can see, SMART does stand for, if you're not aware, S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for attainable, R is for realistic, and T is for timely. The one reason I do love using SMART goals is because you can really nail it down and you can really see, kind of what you're going after. And as I said before in the intro, you can reverse engineer the process. So if you know, let's say a financial goal is to make 6 figures this year, you can go as far as to say, okay, what $100,000 is 6 figures, and what do I need to make per month? What do I need to make? If I'm not mistaken, it's $8,334 a month. And then what do I need to make per week? And, and so forth and so on. And you can kind of dial it down into what you need to do every single day, every single week, every single month to ensure that you're reaching that goal. And so that's one of the major things about SMART goals that I do love. And as you can see, this is some of the, topics that I'm going to make goals on. I haven't done it yet. When I do it, I am going to upload it as well. It is faith, real estate, marriage, finance, travel, fitness, and nutrition. These are just some of the, this comes from my 5-pillar, my 5-pillar belief system. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description below. But this is just a few things that I'm definitely interested in. And so I'm going to make goals accordingly. And this is going to change. I know it will. But essentially, this is what it is. It's SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So for the S, you want to be as specific as possible. Put a date to it. So if you want to say, I want a 6-pack, don't just say, I want a 6-pack. That's not specific enough. Like, I want 6-pack abs by August 2022, right? So that gives you a year, right? So a year out, you understand that, okay, I got an entire year, 12-month period to get 6-pack abs. So what do I need to do from that point until now, or from this point until the end, right? Measurable. It definitely has to be measurable, something that's tangible that you can measure. Like, okay, 6-pack abs, you can look in the mirror, right? If you got a keg or a 6-pack, 8-pack, 4-pack, whatever, and that's and so that's what it has to be measurable, or else, it's not really a SMART goal, right? Attainable. It has to be not realistic. It has to be attainable. So let's not say, okay, you make $20,000 a year and I'm going to make $1 million in a year. You're not. Okay, that's not realistic. You have to understand that being realistic is making sure that you do accomplish something, right? Because if you make $30,000-$40,000 a year and you say, okay, I'm going to make $1 million, I'm going to be a millionaire in a year. Like, how, right? You've never done it before. So how are you going to go from making minimum wage, almost at poverty line, to making $1 million a year, right? So you have to be realistic. And it has to be attainable. So those two go hand in hand, and you can kind of separate a little bit. Attainable, making sure you set an attainable goal. So instead of saying I want to make 6 figures and only, or instead of saying I want to make $1 million in a year's time, let's just do, 100,000, let that be the goal in a year. That's feasible, right? Because you can always add to whatever you're doing, whether it's product-based, service-based, whatever, you can always scale up. And so that's why I say make it attainable. Realistic, it has to be realistic. Let's not, let go of the make 10 million in the next 2 years. Like, come on, right? Like, let that go, right? Keep it realistic to a point, right? Because you have to stretch yourself, true, but you got to make it realistic and timely. Put a time to it. That's what I mean by in the next 12 months, in the next year, 2 years, 3, 5, whatever the case may be, whatever your goal is. And it's going to be person specific, whatever your goal is, not what mine is, what yours is. I may say 12 months, but you may want to do this in 24 months, right? And so just whatever your goal is and what you feel you need to accomplish in that amount of time, whatever that amount of time is. And so this is why I love SMART goals, man. It's definitely key to make sure you set goals, because those who set goals are normally the more productive individuals, and they normally have the most success. But what I want you to do is write it down. Like I've written it down here, that's not enough. Like I know you have it in your notepad and you can look at it, but you need to actually write it down on a piece of paper, because it makes it real. You want to hang it up everywhere, right? It's the same goes for affirmations. You want to do your affirmations, you can set that side by side by your goals, so you know exactly what you need to, what you need to accomplish and how you need to attain them. And then you need to put the positivity in your life so you can, right? As always, man, thank you for watching the video. Listen, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know exactly when I post a video. And like I said, I'm aiming to do it every single week. Man, as always, man, thank you for watching. You have a blessed one. And I'll leave that belief system video in the description if you haven't seen it already. And you guys be blessed. Go out there and be productive.